For my first location for my superhero 5K, I picked Freedom Park. As you can see, this is the parking lot where the runners, family and friends, and spectators will park. It's a decent sized parking lot. As you can see, this area is pretty big and it also continues on towards the end. After the runners park, they will continue on over this bridge into the area for registration. This is where I would have the registration area for the runners. After the runners go through the registration process, they will walk over to a big grass area where they can socialize, warm up, and get ready for the race. As you can see, this is the large grass area, as I mentioned before. I really like this area because it's very versatile. People can watch the race here, warm up, and just hang out with family and friends. This area you see here is a big part of the race. The stage up there will serve as the award area, and also this area will be where pre-race meetings are, the first aid area for safety purposes, and also a huge spectating area for family and friends. As of up there is also where people can watch the race as the runners run by. As you can see, Freedom Park has a big lake. The run will take place around the lake. The whole entire 5K, each runner will have to run about 3 to 4 laps. I like this concept because it will create a more open and fun environment so every runner can see each other run around the lake. My next location for my superhero 5K is the Queen's Booty Loop. The 24 Hours of Booty race happens here every year, and so I thought it would be a great idea to host a 5K on it. In order to do this, I would have to shut down one lane of the Booty Loop just for the duration of the 5K. To do this, I would have to get a permit from the city. I like the idea of having the 5K in a loop form instead of just one straightaway because I like the idea of having one start and finish. As you can see, this is a very pretty place to have a 5K, and I think the runners will really enjoy it. I also think the community will support it because of the cause and supporting the runners. They can see them from their front lawn. One of the problems that could arise here would be the non-support of the community. This would happen because the community might be mad or annoyed with the stop of traffic for the duration of the event. Another issue that could arise here is safety. We will have runners running near cars, and even though we will have a first aid area at the start and finish of the race, it could still be an issue. Holding my event here would be harder than hosting it at Freedom Park because the steps I would need to take to go through the city in order to shut down one lane of traffic through this loop. Also, there is parking here, so that is a plus. We could use the parking decks at Queen's University of Charlotte for the runners and the families and spectators. My third and final venue I picked to host my 5K superhero themed event is the Greenway Strip along Kings Drive. I picked this strip of Greenway because of how pretty it is, and you get a great view of the skyline while you run on it. There are a few flaws in this venue because of several reasons. The first one being that there is not parking. This is a big issue because we would not be able to provide parking for our own event and people would get annoyed. The second issue would be that because it is not a loop like the previous 2 other venues, we would have one separate start line and one separate finish line. This creates an issue because we would have to provide shuttles for the athletes after they finished the race back to the start line. In order to do that, that would take more money out of our budget for outsourcing shuttles. One plus to this venue is the great views you get from it. As I said, you get a great view of the Charlotte skyline while you run down it, and it will also cause attention for more spectators to come and visit. The event I will pick to host my venue is the loop around Freedom Parks Lake. I really like this venue because it gives a stage for spectators to view the award ceremony, and it also is a fun environment running around the lake because of how open it is. Another reason I will pick this venue to host my event is because of the parking that is at the venue and the great views the spectators will get of all the athletes running in their superhero costumes around the lake. Overall, all three venues were great, but this one is the best for the CERN event.